Hello YouTube! Welcome back to the third episode from the Cornerstone SMP. Yes, we're back! We have another one coming right up, and in the last one... in the last one we did a lot. So far it's turned into a number of episodes that I get a lot of work done. The first one, we got almost 3 stacks of diamonds, fully enchanted gear and tools. And in the second episode we cleared out this whole ocean monument. Yep, start to finish, everyone. That was a lot of work. It was a very, very big grind, but I think that was the hard work pretty much done. Now we get to start with the rewarding work. As you can see, I've already divided up the base into quarters. It's slightly offset, and you can see that here, this is a center line. There are 29 blocks in that direction and 29 blocks in that direction. But we're not quite exactly in the middle. No, that is because a guardian farm is actually an even number of blocks. It is 58 by 58 blocks. And even numbers, they never work great if you're trying to build a farm. Nope. So I just shifted one wall in a little bit. And now... Actually, I shifted it out. Yes, I shifted it out one. And we now have 59 by 59. Much more conducive to a creative build, I think. Now, in each of these corners, though, that's where the magic is supposed to happen. And it's in this creative testing world here, the exact same creative testing world that I have been using for about 10 years of playing Minecraft, that we come down here, to where I have been doing a bit of planning. Now, it doesn't really matter what shape it is, because guardians can spawn in any water, whether that is flowing water, bubble elevators up or down, it doesn't matter. Guardians can spawn in any water as long as they have more than just one block of water to spawn in. So I did some very quick experimentations on sizes for farms, and I think I want to go with a square farm, because on the corners of this square farm we can go ahead... Oops, that was the wrong thing to do. We can add things like columns that jut up. Now obviously not out of the same material, but you get the idea. However, I don't know if I like the fact that it's an even number. I just said that I like uneven numbers, and here I am considering even numbers again. This one is 12 by 12. Exactly. I don't know if I like that, but I do like the idea of having a 2 by 2 killing chamber, because it works very well. I can push a button and we can have lava, and then it should be an auto kill thing, right? They should die on their own, because guardians do bounce and they will always be in the lava. That'll probably produce some loss, but I'm okay with that. I mean, we could change it otherwise, and we might just use some pistons to move, what's the word? Magma blocks? Back and forth, but then I need to figure out a unique collection system, and I don't know how I feel about that. However, with this one we can use the lava blade, but we can also turn this into a manual farm, and I can stand here and swing at them and use a looting sword. And, coincidentally, it becomes a little XP farm, and I don't have to go all the way to the Ender every time. So, I think, despite a couple of other sizes, this one is an uneven number, but I don't like the 3 by 3. No, it's okay. It's not as convenient as a 2 by 2 though. I like the 2 by 2 killing chamber. And also I would have to have signs in here, and it's just not as neat and convenient as this. So I think I'm gonna go with this. And I think I need to build up my towers first. So we're gonna jump back into a time lapse on the Cornerstone SMP server. A remarkably underwhelming time-lapse, I am sure. Here's the problem though. I had 24 stacks of black stained glass. I have less than 6 left. I have 3 more towers to build. I went through about 18 stacks of glass. Granted, these are also down. I'll say that's 17 stacks of glass then. Small problem. Yeah, that's about all of the smelted glass I have at the moment. A little bit more, but yeah, I'm gonna need more. So, that'll keep me going again for a little bit while I wait for some more glass to smelt up. Now that wasn't too bad, was it? I don't think so. I went through quite a lot of glass, I'm sure you know. But, we've got it, and I built 4 of them. I like that, because I want to build something above them, and now I've got 4 pillars to support whatever new structure I end up building. However, we're on to the next stage now. Inside of these pillars we have a 10 by 10 spawning area in each one. Yeah, that's easy math. That is 100 fence gates, and yes, we're placing fence gates now, but that is 100 fence gates per tower. Well, that should be enough. Quick maths, I should have about half a stack left, I think. But now I need to come in here. I need to break a door in, and we're gonna have, oh, no water flowing out. Marvelous. I might just, no, cover that. Well, I'm missing a block of glass. Oh no. Anyway, I'll cover that up, but what I need to do now is not going to be fun. Our water, 1 above, 2 above. We need to place fence gates, and we need to place fence gates everywhere here. All the way in all the directions. Woohoo! This is probably going to be the most tedious part of this build. Of the building up part of this build. The taking down was definitely worse than this. So, we're happy. This cannot get worse. Hey, I didn't math too badly. I have less than a stack left. That's pretty great. However, there is one small problem with this, and it is the part that is even worse than having to place 400 fence gates. It is now having to come back in and open 400 fence gates, all in exactly the same direction. Because OCD! Yay! 400 fence gates later, I now have 4 towers, each with 100 fence gates, all open and all pointing inward to the center line of our base. Huh. That was very effective and efficient, I think. Now, before we put water into these things, because I want to do this part without any guardians spawning and harassing me, we need to get some kill chambers ready. and set up. And I think I'm gonna build all 4 of them exactly the same. All 4 of them are going to be able to switch between automatic and manual farms, though I'll probably end up only ever using one as a manual farm. I might just change somewhere down the line the collection system and have them all funneled to a singular collection point, but for now I'm just going to put a bunch of chests down underneath them. So let us come and grab some blocks, and I think I might have enough glass remaining. That is all the glass and all the dyes I have left. I bought 10 stacks of wither roses for this, but I think glass will be enough, and we'll just come down a number of blocks here. Very temporarily, and I mean temporarily with the collection system and the little platform, this is what I've got. I can turn it on, and then it is AFKable, in theory. I really hope that it is. I might need to put slabs here as well. Actually, now that I think about it, let's just go ahead and do that. In which case, I don't think I need these slabs, because now they can't get out anymore. Yep. That's definitely better. They're closer to the lava. They should be bouncing back and forth more, and the hoppers can still pick it up. So, again, in theory, this should work. And I think before I build the other 3, we're going to do the next step in getting this one functional, so that I can use this one as a test. Because this is one of my own design, and I've never built a guardian farm before in my life, so I really don't know if I'm messing this up. So, what do we need to build the upstairs area? I need some dirt. Dirt because it is a easily mineable block that does not use a pickaxe. So my haste isn't gonna break my glass accidentally. I also need some water. So I've got some water buckets right here, and I've also, just ignore the really loud beacon sounds, I've also made a little infinite water source up here, and there's a whole ocean around me. So for now I need to try and get up onto the ledge of this thing. Hey, first try, and no editing involved there. That was actually my first try. We need to place our dirt 1 block down. Yep, just 1, because we're going to place our water on this level. Now the reason for the dirt is, if we were to just place a water bucket right there, I don't think we're going to get the very even distribution of water, the easy and effective spread. So we place a row of dirt, just 1 level, and we place our water on top of that, and then we take the dirt out again. I need a shovel. I made a mistake. I accidentally started building this dirt layer in that tower over there, which would have been the wrong one, because this is the one that has the killing chamber installed. But now we have our dirt, so we can start by placing some water. And if we place water strategically along this, I can actually pick up water right here. We do that, right? So that's 1 whole wall. Now, theoretically, if we do that, yeah, see, it fills in an entire layer just like that. So, a row of water, actually. No, you go back, grab that one, and it auto-fills. Yay! Next step, we need to take out the dirt again. In theory, this should now be functional, I think. If we move far enough away from it, we should start to see some guardians. Well, there's a fish. I mean, that's progress in the right direction. Look, there's a guardian. It works. Oh my word, it works. It actually works. I cannot believe it. Oh, happy days. There's more than 1. I really need them to come down here, though. Come on, guys. Yay! We have our first guardian in here. Let's turn on the lava blade. Oh no, he can actually swim in the lava. And that's bad. We might have found our first design flaw. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid by building the killing chamber first. But also why I did not build 4 of them at the same time. So I'm getting spawns, right? And I'm getting guardians that fall in where they should be. But I'm finding that most of the guardians that do die in the lava. And then I don't get their drops. A handful of guardians... Why don't those stack? A handful of guardians fall through and then they don't jump back up into the lava and then they don't die. Which means this farm is not great. Also very annoying to try and hit. Another problem is that they are capable of jumping over a 2x2 gap. In other words, I think I have built a horribly inefficient guardian farm. In terms of spawns, the thing is very efficient. Quite a lot of them do spawn once I go outside the non-spawning range. Yeah, look at that, there's a lot of guardians in there and that's only one of the 4. But then they'll huddle here and they jump over the gap. Occasionally some of them will fall down. And then they end up down here and I don't know if this is a good or a bad place. See, they jump back up and then they're stuck in the lava and then they die in the lava or they don't die. Again, I've built a horribly inefficient guardian farm here. I think I need to do a little bit of redesigning. I have been AFK for about 20 minutes, little bit more I think. But that is what it's looking like right now. I have expanded it 1 block in this direction and 1 block in this direction, added in the necessary fence gates, put all the water back in and increased the size of our catchment pit from a 2x2 to a 3x3. Now, I have a slime problem. I'm just gonna deal with him real quick. There was never any slime. Nope, never a slime in sight. Let's see. About 22 minutes of this thing running, I'll say, and oh, you know what? That is a very good amount. I'm happy with that. We can roughly triple that for an hour, and I'm planning on building 3 more of these farms. Now, I realize you can't scale it up directly, just multiply it by 4, but no, that's... I'm happy with that. I'm never gonna have a problem with food ever again. And I was getting worried. I even came and planted potatoes and carrots just in case I ran out of my steak. Now we have fish. Now that we know it works, and I think, my friends, that it works remarkably well, given the size of it. I mean, that is a very tiny little guardian farm, but it works remarkably well. I think I now need to build 3 more of it. Well, I have 4 functional little guardian farms. That wasn't even that hard. Now that I've perfected the design from this one, the first one that we built, the other 3 went quite quickly. It took me, well, maybe about an hour and a half to build them up, and that includes enlarging the tube, you know, adding 1 block on each side, well, on 2 of the 4 sides. I really shouldn't be standing in that thing, that's very loud. And yeah, I mean, they're all working incredibly well. They could be better. I'm alone on the server, so now is a perfect time to really test them out. I mean, look at that, that's a lot. That is an insane amount of guardians right there. Yeah? So they could be better, because guardians do form part of the same aggressive mob cap that creepers and zombies and skeletons all fall into, right? So the more zombies and skeletons and creepers I have, the less guardians I can have in any given point in time. Now I know for a fact that there are some caves underneath here because I've seen some of them particularly while digging out these collection areas for each. I have come across a cave or two that I haven't gone and lit up yet, so that will have to be a priority for some other day. In the meantime though, I've set up a little AFK station. That AFK station is exactly 61 blocks above this spot right there, because that is how many scaffolding blocks I had. So I'm gonna fly on up there and I'm gonna have my first proper AFK session, and I think I'm gonna try and go for about half an hour. I need to come and put a door on first, but I'm gonna go for about half an hour and see what I can get out of this farm at its current best capacity. My friends, I have a small confession to make. I know in the previous clip that I said I was going to give it about half an hour of AFK time. Well, it's been more than half an hour. I might have left the farm to AFK overnight. Just look at all these guardians. Yeah. It's closer to 9 hours, actually, since I last left you. Yeah, 9 hours, my friends. And this, that is what I've gotten out of this farm simply in the time that it took me to empty this farm, which was only about 10-15 minutes, I think, because what I actually got out of this farm, yeah, I got 4.5 double chests full of shards. I got 3.5 double chests full of cooked cod. That's more food than I will ever need in this game. And I actually got a lot more shards than that because, yeah, I might have just a little bit of sea lanterns available. This farm is maddeningly efficient. It is so incredibly efficient that when I came back after an overnight AFK session, it was overflowing. I have no idea how much I had lost at that point. All of the hoppers were full. It was just... I'm at a loss for words. I am 100% at a loss for words. And now it is with a shulker box full of sea lanterns and a spruce sign that I find myself in our nether hub on my way to Bodhi's area. I really do hope. I actually think this goes to his old base, but we'll just go ahead and leave it here in the nether section for him. Whoop, I'm so used to having the jump boost. I want to get in here, and we're going to leave this shulker box here somewhere. Let's just put it there in the corner, and we're going to give him a sign that says, there we go. We give him a sign. Done. I really hope he finds it. If he doesn't, at some point, I will contact him and just let him know that that's there. But he has asked me, since I now have a guardian farm, and since I was planning on building this guardian farm, he asked me if I'd be willing to donate him sea lanterns for the Nether Hub project, because all of these tunnels do still need to continue, particularly the northern tunnel, which will ultimately lead to my area. Yeah, that definitely still needs some work. So he's, I think, spearheading this project, though I believe anyone is allowed to participate. But Bodhi, if you're watching this, sir, there is my first delivery of sea lanterns for the Nether Hub project. I assure you there will be more in the future. And so, my friends, it is with that little good deed, that favor that I was asked for, that we have reached the end of this episode. It's a little shorter than the others, I think, though no less impactful. I have definitely gotten a lot done. Just look there over my shoulder. It has been a very, very productive episode indeed. And if any of you have found yourselves enjoying this, you know what to do. Give me that thumbs up button down below. Leave me a comment. Tell me exactly what you think, because I love reading your comments. I love hearing from you guys. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. I would appreciate it oh so very much. And then, until next time.